Hey players, welcome to the Humble Handicappers home here in Las Vegas. It's Saturday evening. We're getting ready for tomorrow's slate of games. Quick little recap of last week. Had a couple nice little winners with Tampa, and Philly got that covered in overtime. A couple bad beats. Indianapolis came all the way back, tied that game up. All the momentum was on their side, but of course they lost the coin flip. Never saw the ball in overtime. They lost that game. And the Cardinals were driving. They're on the 10-yard line to get that backdoor cover, and Ertz let a touchdown right through his hands. So it could have been a really good weekend, but still wasn't bad. We're about 50-50 right now. So we've got enough games to watch now. It's been 4 weeks. The eye test comes into play now. We got a few numbers to look at. So let's get right into it. One of the first games we are going to do is the Colts game. I'm betting them back this week. I liked them before. I made them 2.5-point favorites. They're getting 2.5 points from the Tennessee Titans, who have been horrible on the road. Tennessee Titans are supposed to the wise guy play, and I like to think I'm a little bit of a wise guy. I don't see it. And this is before we're getting the running back. Taylor's coming back. With Richardson, Taylor, be able to run that ball. I think they can have enough weapons to neutralize Tennessee and get some points on the board. Tennessee hasn't scored more than 20 points like in 2 years. They can't score any points. And like I said, they haven't won on the road. Indianapolis is good. They've had a rough schedule. They played some good teams. They beat some quality teams. They beat the Texans, who looked really good against Pittsburgh. They had Jacksonville on the ropes, and they beat, remember, they beat Baltimore. So, and then they lost that toughie to the Rams. So I'll be at first place, plus 2.5 points. Our next play, this is old school, guys. It's a division game, the biggest rivalry probably in football. They don't like each other. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Steelers are getting 4.5 at home. What? You can look back for the last 5 years. Only once, either side of that team, the score's been more than 4 points in the last 5 years. And over the last 10 years, you can probably even find a lot more examples. I know Pittsburgh hasn't played great last week. I think they got those back-to-back roads. I think that young team caught them looking ahead to Baltimore. Tomlin is not going to let a team be that bad back-to-back. I think I read somewhere that Tomlin, off a 30-point loss, has happened to him maybe 5 or 6 times. He's come back and won every game. We don't know yet who's starting the quarterback, but we'll see. Even Trubisky, he's not the greatest, but I think he can just keep it simple. We just got to slow down Jackson. We got to slow down Jackson, and it's going to be a slugfest, guys. It's not a 3-point game. I can't believe I'm going 4.5. That is a gift. I'll take that That's old school. I'm old school. I can't pass that up. Those are 2 morning games. Afternoon, we're going to go to the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, those Arizona Cardinals who did a bad door for me last week. Dude, gritty. They play hard all the time. They got Cincinnati coming in, and Burrow is not the same man right now. In the last 4 games, he's only thrown 1 touchdown in 1 game. He's not the same. He's a statue back there. They're keeping him in there for what reason, I don't know why. They don't want to fall too far behind in a chance for getting a playoff spot. But the way Arizona's been playing, they keep it close. I think they beat them outright. I don't understand why Cincinnati's come off a very physical game against Tennessee. Tennessee just smashed them in the mouth. Now that they're back-to-back road beat up, I'm getting points with a very gritty Arizona team. They played toe-to-toe with probably the best team in the league, San Francisco. And they just, in the end, Ertz dropped that touchdown at the end. But we'll let that one go. Next one is going to be the Rams. The Rams at home. They're playing well, guys. They're going to go against the Philadelphia team. I'm not a big Philadelphia guy. I keep on thinking there's chinks in their armor. You know what? We're getting Cooper Kupp back. With his puke kid and Kupp against probably the most banged up defensive, the backfield, they're banged up back there. They're going to give up a lot of big plays on the backfield. The cornerbacks are all messed up. So Rams are playing good. They're just kind of under the radar. But they went up to Seattle, beat Seattle, and they lost that Cincinnati game, but that was like a short week. That's a tough place to play. And they were really gritty. They came back. Stafford was banged up, and he showed a lot of guts and a lot of balls to come back and lead us to a victory in overtime. So I'm getting points. I still don't think Philadelphia is the same team they were last year. I think you score them. I look for an outright upset in SoFi. And this one, guys, you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but I like the Jets. If you're looking at who the Jets have lost to, they've lost to Dallas. They've lost to Kansas City. They beat Buffalo. Those are arguably the 3 best teams in the league right now. They're going into the team who has the worst defense in the league. The worst. They give up more yards than they put on the board. That they won that game was a miracle. I'm getting 2 points. They're begging you to bet Broncos. Jets is the play, guys. I know it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, but I'm all over the Jets. This will be their first victory in the Mile High. And people have been asking. I've been doing good on my overs. Every week I give an over. I usually play unders if I play totals at all, but overs are fun. And I've been giving them out. Every week they've been hitting. This is the one, guys. Kansas City, Minnesota. You know Kansas City's going to get theirs. And Minnesota has been showing a little more. In a dome, in a perfect atmosphere, there'll be a ton of points. And I wouldn't be too surprised if Minnesota makes the game really close. But I do truly love the over in the Kansas City game. I have to mention Dallas and Frisco. I don't like laying 3.5 points, but I think Frisco's the only way to go. God, they look good. But it is, that's at 3.5, that hook is dangerous. But I look that way. And if you feel a little feisty, you get up early in the morning, take a look at Jacksonville against Buffalo. Jacksonville stayed in England. This is their second home game in England. So they're nice and comfortable, eating fish and chips, drinking dark beer, where Buffalo comes up a very emotional game against Miami. You might catch them catch them a little flat-footed. Jacksonville's slowly starting to find their groove, and Peterson's a great underdog coach. So that's my little morning warm-up if you get that early in the morning. So those are my plays. We're doing the Indianapolis Colts plus 2.5. We're doing Pittsburgh plus the 4.5. We are doing the Rams plus 4.5. We're going to do Arizona plus 3.5, and we're looking at the Jets plus 2.5. That wraps it up. Good luck, everybody. My daughter will say goodbye.
Subscribe and hit the like button. Daddy, I farted.
And you farted? Okay. What a way to end the show.